Welcome. We have been expecting you. Welcome to another edition of I Win with the Raiders. It's your boy Shaw. Shaw in the house. We're ready to play some Madden and teach y'all a little bit of something about how to play this game called football. Which really should be called something else because real football is soccer. So yeah, I understand why they even call it football. I think the city used it because they're in the United States and they knew that the word football is already very popular all over the country, all over the world. So calling this football is very beneficial for them. So here we go. We know Lamar Jackson likes to do what?
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry.
That's to about the
28. Second down coming up.
So surprising.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle.
You know he's trying to dart through. He always averages a fumble.
Job there, only giving up a 3-yard
always averages a fumble a game, especially in the playoffs.
From the 28.
A fumble and a turnover. Once he gets that under his belt, so he's not doing that. That's when
now
they'll
he's
get
loose
better.
at the 40. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 17-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Give him 3 on the game.
4 rushes for 72 yards already.
We need to see some tenacity
That's how
from
good
this defense because
game
they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They scored their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
That's expected.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
Justin Tucker for the extra point.
We got fans that traveled a long way. Let's give them something to cheer about
lead at 7
in the city of Baltimore. All right. Here we go.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here we go. Once upon a time, not long ago, where people wore pajamas and lived life slow, the laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they all too good. A little boy,
bring a
he was
receiver in
misled
motion
by
left.
another little boy, and this is what he said. Man, you son, we're gonna make some cash, robbing old folks and making a dash. We did the job. Money came with ease. The ones put start was like they had the disease, they robbed another and another, and a sister and a brother.
You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Punch him in the belly and he gave him a slap.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew.
The kid put out a gun and said, why'd you hit me?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45.
I'm saying straight.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Now Minshew on 1st and 10.
Oh, shit.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Parker, I think this will want to ride
my
very
tight end
simply
was.
because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Yep.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jet sweep. Here's Bateman. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 16 yards on that one, taken first. An excellent run there from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one,
and that's the end of the first quarter.
EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Yes, sir.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Wallace. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A predicted run. He still made 3 yards.
Now, 2nd and goal. Now Lamar changing the look.
Get him.
Henry again.
Get him.
And he will take it in for
Boo.
a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Raiders.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And
yeah, the real ones
here just past the
are the people who talk smack and chant and do their thing even when they're down 14-0. I started off kicking people's butt, 14-year-olds. You know what they do? They quit.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On second down, Minshew. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29.
Great play.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They give it off here to the tight end. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create
First
or get
down,
through contact or
Raiders.
trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That one complete to Trey Taylor.
Yes.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Look at this, a tight end carry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 39 yards there, a big one.
So often we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to win.
Then I'll work for it.
And they get one right there.
No problemo.
This offense was looking for.
Senor, I will work for it. I work for it. Si, senor.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry.
Touchdown!
A touchdown run, 1 yard out, and the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion.
Touchdown! Bang! Let's go.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Talk shit when I'm up. Talk shit when it's even. Talk shit because I don't give a fuck. Talk shit, talk shit, talk shit.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2. Look at this, middle of the field.
Come on.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40
kidding me?
before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's
good D.
down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6. A toss left. Henry.
Come on, dude.
The 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this, dude.
Eventually
Look, I get it.
before reaching the 20, but a strong
2 players.
run. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Jackson.
Got him. You got to pick
And
that
it's
off.
incomplete.
Do
Took a
it.
shot, couldn't
Pick
connect.
that off.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother
Serious?
as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps
Pick
6
that
points
off.
the board. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, hit.
Yes. Yes.
Like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Jackson. That is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try and run for it with Henry.
Yes.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore
Goodness.
touchdown. Derrick Henry on his
Not
way
a
to
touchdown.
monster game. 3 first-half
Show me
touchdowns.
replay.
And the Ravens
Show me
will
that was a
extend their
touchdown
lead
replay.
here just before halftime.
Boo. Boo.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
No way. No way in the world that works.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
You people had enough? Give me some more.
Back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Good job when it goes back. Give me some more. Cause of the grip pit. Cause of the big grip.
Have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Give me some more. Give me some more. Oh, no, that bread. Just throw with my nigga there.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away.
Thank you.
It's caught inside the
Thank
25.
you. Thank you.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las
Burn him.
Vegas. Trey
Light him on
Tucker,
fire and burn him.
74 yards. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But
Big
sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
He'll drop to throw. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Defense.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
D-E-F-E-N-S-E-S. D-E-F-E-N-S-E.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing is Jackson. Oh, wide open, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 60 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone for 2 more.
You know
so
what?
He moves up to 16.
Come on. You serious?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Shenanigans.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
EA Sports. It's supposed to be in the game. It's not going to happen if we're thinking blitz.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun is Minshew. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
To throw again on second down. Minshew. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them.
Wanted me to throw it to him.
A chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense.
He still got it.
Next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Wow.
The touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it.
Dude, keep it real.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll get this underneath to Madison. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. From the 22, Minshew. This is caught by Tucker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Madison. And Madison hit, and the ball pops free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this out past the 25. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Open man, that's Henry. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. That's going deep for Bateman.
Thank you.
A fight for the football, and it's
man.
intercepted.
Come on.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here. Several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and inches, Minshew. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off play action, it's Minshew. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. Over the middle, and Mayer hauls it in. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Minshew. Dancing to his left. Touchdown Raiders. Trey Tucker with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points
Never
closer.
quit.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
No one noticed. No one noticed.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd down and 8. Here's Jackson. toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Well, Charles, they had the lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
But there's some excitement.
Does he catch you?
Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. How about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That one deep for Marshall. That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Minshew. Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Buying time to his left. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now back to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
That's going deep for Bateman. And that's caught inside the 35. And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And it's a good return here as he'll get all
finally something went my way.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They're going to look to throw. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, and that is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
4th down, here's Jackson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepare for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended.
37, 38 points.
People of their word.
Did I quit? No, I did not.
Trying to finish it strong.
I beat
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
3-0, an interception, and made them quit.
And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Hail Mary, one quick see. What do we have here now? I ain't a killer, but no push me.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens
I'll try, bro. Let's see what this person is ranked. Because either Madden did a job on him, or this opponent is that good. Let's see what Pablo the Don 63 ranking is.
Did they get the win? But boy, their offense was on fire.
I think Madden just needed to do a number on me.
The top speed is on all those high-end sports cars.
Madden to do that sometimes.
Here you can get into this offense. They certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. They kind of performed.
Try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 So I'm gonna rise when I leave this course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Of course.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. When your team's double.
Not bad. I believe I'm higher ranked than him though. Look. But he has 20 more wins than me, so he's a higher ranked opponent. so high they haven't been able to give him an actual ranking yet. So that makes sense. But look, I've scored more points than him. He averages more wins than me, which is fine because my points I give up is more than what I score. So I get that. But dude, Madden helped out on that one. But sometimes it's like that because Madden want to teach you a lesson, but it's fine. But boo, take care of some business, get to work, make some money. I'll hop back on around 4 p.m. Yes.